class at the moment, when clients arrive early, they grab one of these and lay on them. This has to be the most versatile and favourite piece of Pilates equipment, the foam roller. You want to get one of these. They typically tend to be blue. You can get them in other colours, but they want to have a good bit of density to them. They're about 25, 26 quid on Amazon, or your Pilates studio will usually sell them, so that they're long enough that you can lie on them. And today I want to show you just a few exercises and a release. I think the foam roller stuff is my go-to at home. I've got 20 minutes, my body needs to move, workout. Great place to release. It's a great place also to challenge, but today I'm going to focus on just some of my favourite release exercises. The first thing I'm going to get you to do is just lay on your roller. So you're going to sit at one end and lay back down onto it. Now, the roller just provides some lovely feedback. So you will definitely notice if you're feeling any bit out of alignment. If your head feels like it's behind you, you can use a little cushion or something, or a rolled up towel just to prop your head up a little bit. And here you can look at just doing some bridging. I love bridging on the foam roller because I think it just gives you a really nice massage in your thoracic spine, which tends to be a bit of a neglected area. So you're just going to stand down onto your feet. You're going to feel your pelvis gently roll back. I don't want you to collapse the lower back into the spine. I don't want you to tuck back in like him. It's more a feeling like the sitting bones are just reaching up towards the back of the knees, and you're going to peel up with ease. You're going to take a nice breath in at the top, and on your exhale you're going to naturally feel how the breastbone softens and just start to lay down. Feel like you're trying to get your spine to be longer than the roller itself. Inhale and an exhale and rolling up. Feel the arms down, a little bit of openness across the chest. As you exhale this time, can you feel like you're coming down from the back of your throat, then the breastbone, then the ribs, then the stomach, then the sacrum, and just really feel that release at the end. So there's no little bit of held tension. And again, rolling up. Nice. One more time. Breath in and exhale. Take the hands now behind the head. You're going to interlace the fingers and take the thumbs down the side of the neck. The elbows are just in the peripheral vision, so you can just about see them. And then on your exhale, I want you to just roll the ribs back to come into just a really small chest lift. The abs are staying long, the pelvis is staying in a neutral, optimal place, and then bringing yourself back down. Just like the bridge, this time you're feeling the upper spine lengthen up and away. This can be a little bit tender for some people. So just go nice and easy. You don't have to make it too big. And just have a moment where you notice how high you can get up here. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit here. 4 or 5 is enough really, just to check in. And then just come down, take the arms back down. Think about your pelvis now, just a little bit of pelvic clock, so rocking the pelvis away. So 12 o'clock would be your belly button, 6 o'clock would be your pubic bone. If you're not sure what that is, we've got a separate video on your pelvic clock. So it's not a huge movement, but just do a little bit of forward and back just so you can find your central optimal place. And then from there, you're going to try and keep that quiet. You're going to stand down into one leg and bring one leg up. And again, you will have seen these dead bug videos in one of our other videos without the roller. So the roller just adds a little bit more challenge, but also a little bit more feedback. So you can really get a sense if your pelvis is rocking and rolling. And again, that feeling of the foot goes down to let the other leg come up. Then the other leg can come up and join it. And then can you do your little toe taps? So all that's moving is my thigh bone. My pelvis is staying quiet. When my leg moves away from me, my pelvis wants to roll away. I'm going to have to put a bit of weight in my belly button, my 12 o'clock, to keep it in center. So that you can keep that nice arch of your lumbar back, and the roller is a great place for you to get that here. You can then take this into the legs of single legs, so you can reach long. In. Exhale and inhale. Nice. About 6 to each side. Feel that lovely length again that we're creating through the front of you. Nice. And then take one leg down and then the other. Roll off the roller. And I want you to put it widthways this time. You're going to put it widthways under your shoulder blades. You're going to put the hands behind the head. And you just gotta let the head be heavy. And just coming down over to where feels comfortable. And coming up. And again, opening out. And then rolling up. Take the hands, actually keep them behind the head, that's going to work quite nicely. Stand down into your feet, so your bum comes up in the air, and you can just do some rolling. Now, you want to roll on the rib cage. You don't want to go too low, because you've got some organs there, they're not going to really enjoy that. And the bottom ribs are quite soft, so you kind of, a couple of ribs up, and then you can roll all the way up to the top of the rib cage, that's the bottom of the neck. Back and forth a few times, just really lovely here. Just massage through the spine and release any tension. Then you can think about your pelvis being level here. Could you let one side just drop just a little bit and roll? And you're going to feel that you're rolling now more on that side of the spine. And then come back to center and drop through the other side. And this is just a really lovely way. You will probably hear some clunking, clicking, popping. You get some extra points for that. That's kind of the point of this. And then coming back down. This time you're going to grab the roller and bring it under the knees. Lay yourself down. Take the roller under the pelvis. Bring the legs up into the tabletop. Hands are holding onto the outside. The pelvis is going to rock back just a little bit because that's actually going to keep it in a neutral place. And your legs can come up long. If you're a bit tight in the hamstrings, this is a really great place for you to be able to access this place. You're going to lengthen one leg away. And just feel that reaching away, a nice sense of length through here, and then bring the leg back up. A nice exhale is going to feel good here, and up. And up. I'm hoping my legs are still in the camera shot, they might be out of it. And then you can split the legs and do a circle. I didn't position myself very well here, did I? So you split, circle out and around, and come back. So you split, and then the top leg becomes the bottom leg, and the bottom leg becomes the top leg. And again, you might feel your hips kind of clunking. You might hear mine a little bit on one side. A really great place just to release through those hips. This is one of my favorites if I've been sitting down a lot. You can then bring the legs in, bend one leg in towards you, hold on to it, and just let gravity be your friend here, and let that other leg just lengthen. Quite tight at the moment, so you'll probably see my legs not quite coming down towards the floor, but that's okay, that's the point of doing this. And just have a nice few breaths here. Really see if you can make your body as soft and as easy as possible. And that's just really going to help you find some length. Switch it up. Hold that there. Nice breath. You might find this leg is a bit different to the other one, certainly is on me. And bring it in. Lovely. Release it out. Bring the roller back lengthways. Sit back down. Lay back down onto it. Take the hands back behind the head. Go back to that chest lift and just see if there's some more movement there. Oh, magic. Maybe there is. You're then going to reach the arms long. Deepen that curve of the ribs. And coming up and back down. So I'm going to fix my top. Okay, so you're going to exhale and roll those ribs back. As you inhale and reach the arms long, keep the abdominals longer. This is not about crunching, it's not about coming up higher. As you exhale, you're going to think about more of the ribs coming back down. You're going to inhale. Feel like you're inhaling into the space between your shoulder blades. That's going to support you to come up. And hopefully this should feel quite nice now. You probably find you couldn't have done this earlier without that release work. And you can just do 4 or 5, 6, whatever feels good of these, and then rolling off your roller. Now my absolute favourite is to use the roller to help with swan and extension. And again, if we think about sitting, tends to make everything really short here. I've got a lot of friends at the moment who've got young babies, a lot of feeding. You just tend to find this all gets really short, sat at computers. We need to open up this tissue. And often when we think about having good posture, we then send our ribs forward, and that doesn't really change anything. And if anything, that tends to shorten the back And that's where we start to get tension down on the spines, which isn't very helpful. So you're going to come and lay down on your roller. The hands are going to be on top of the roller here, and your head is down here. Okay? Your palms are facing down. I want you now, I'm going to keep my head up so I can talk to you, but you're going to have your head down. I want you to draw the roller in towards you, but without bending your elbows. And you're going to feel that the thumbs want to shine up towards the ceiling. And then coming back down. And what's actually happening here is the shoulder blades are having to slide up and down the back of you. Again, you might start to hear a little bit of crunching in here. Extra points for that would be great. Make you feel amazing afterwards. And you just want to keep drawing in, and then as you roll away, you're going to feel the thumbs go back to where they were. So you can feel there's a little bit of external rotation of the arm bones as the roller comes in towards you. And you should start to feel as you keep going with this, that if you kept drawing the roller in, there's a feeling that the head just wants to come up. You don't have to think about it, it just wants to come up. And then rolling away. So you're going to now start to think about drawing the roller in. And the head's going to come up. Reach those legs away from you. They don't want to be super switched on and up here, but they don't want to be completely asleep either. You want a bit of reach through them, just to support the lumbar spine. So as the roller draws in, the thumbs shine up, the head floats up, and then you can start to put a bit of weight into the hands. And here I want you to think about, maybe you could come back down a little bit and think, can my lower ribs be on the ground? And my upper ribs be reaching towards the roller. My collarbones are wide, my arms are externally rotated, and then coming back down. Legs reach, arms draw in, wait for the moment, the head just gets carried up like magic. And start to notice if there's a little bit more. On the way down, can you put the bottom ribs down and relaxing it through? Feel that internal rotation of the arms. External rotation as you come up. Internal rotation as you go down. Come up about halfway this time, so it should feel nice and easy here. And could one leg keep reaching away from you so that it actually will come off the ground? You don't think about lifting the leg up, instead you think about reaching it behind you and then lowering it down. Reach the other leg behind you and lower it down. This time, could opposite arm and leg just reach apart from each other? They're going to come up. So this is like a swimming prep. I love doing swimming here because you tend to find that it doesn't get into people's shoulders quite so much. And you just start to work those diagonal slings, which is so important at keeping us upright. You might notice one side feels quite different from the other. And then come back down. Bring yourself up. Sit back onto your heels and just roll away into a little child's pose here. And then rolling up. And then you're going to come into a mermaid. So you can either have your legs crossed, which is absolutely fine, or it's quite nice to be into a Z sit. So a Z sit is where one leg goes forward, one leg goes back. You want to feel like your body is nicely in the center. Typically, if you're tight, you'll feel that your body's coming off like this. If that's the case, you can put a little pillow or a cushion or a rolled up towel under this side just to pick it up, and then you can encourage this side to drop down. Another way that's just quite nice is just to bounce up and down here and just to feel a little bit of play here so that you can hopefully nestle this down. The roller is going to be on the side of the leg that's forwards. This is my left leg, and the roller's on my left side, and my right arm is behind my head. You're going to roll the roller away a little bit, and then you're going to breathe into the right rib cage to encourage the right side to open. And as it opens, my right elbow is going to go up towards the ceiling. My left elbow is just going to soften. And I'm going to just keep encouraging these right ribs to open, using my breath. I'm going to press into my left hand a little bit, just to open up those ribs a little bit more. And I'm going to extend my arm, and then I'm going to bring myself back up. Okay, keep a long arm this time. So the arm's going to roll away on the roller. It's going to come up, and then I'm going to come over as this top arm reaches the bottom arm bends. And I'm going to come up and down. Good. Reaching out, coming up with that arm, softening. From here, rotate so you can look down towards the roller and put both hands on the roller. Keeping the roller where it is, can you push it away and feel the ribs come back under your heart A little bit more. Breathing into that space between your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, imagine that you're pulling the roller in, but don't actually allow it to move too much. You're going to find extension. You're going to feel this back leg internally rotate. You're going to open the chest out in front of you. You're going to press the roller away. Again, it's not going to move. You're going to push down into it to allow the ribs to come back. You're going to inhale and pull it in towards you and open out. Allow that back thigh bone to roll inwards. Coming back, bringing the arms back to the side and coming up. Just notice how that side feels. We better do the other side. So coming into this side, hand is on the roller. Slightly in front of you tends to work, but just position what's good for you. Again, play with the position here. Like I said, if this is really uncomfortable, cross legs, absolutely fine. It's a great way to use the hips. Actually, again, we think of sitting, the hips tend to be in this position all the time, so this is a great way to get them moving. The hands behind the head. The hands behind the head for a few reasons. Typically when you do some side bending, what you might find is that you start to go forward. So you want to feel like your head is just pushing back into the hand a little bit. So the roll is going to roll away. You're going to breathe into the left lungs this time. Notice as you breathe in, you lengthen through that left side. So the breath can be your friend here, opening up this tissue. It's not about rushing to get into it. And then this bottom arm is just going to soften. And you're going to have a few breaths here, again watching that you've not rolled forward. You're going to extend that arm, the palm is down, the fingers are long, and you're going to come up. You're going to roll the roller away. The arm's going to come up. At this point, nothing's changed in the body. The bottom elbow softens to free up. Here you're noticing your left ribs have opened, your bottom ribs have closed. Yes, the right ribs have closed. And then coming up. Good. And over. Inhale and exhale. And it's getting a bit of flow. This is called mermaid. Rolling over. And again, you're going to push that roller away without moving it. To just find the flexion. It just feels really delicious, just stretching everything out. Feel like you're pulling it in towards you without actually moving it to open out. Inhale here, feel the chest expand. Exhale, pressing it away. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Take that back and over and here. And that's my view. I'm not sure how long this took, maybe 20 minutes, but this is my at-home, my body feels a bit tight, I need to release exercise routine, and I just think the foam roller is absolutely delicious place to do it. If in doubt, just lie on a foam roller, even just lying on them feels amazing. Please do subscribe to our channel for more. We've got lots more videos coming up, and I'll see you again soon.